All right. And before we let you go this week for our Well, That's Helpful resource, we wanted to share out the T21mom.com podcast. Now, Mary Cardle, whose daughter Ainsley rocks an extra chromosome, hosts informational discussions around those experiences, and the discussions are fantastic. Past conversations cover children who use spelling to communicate, a mother who couldn't find representation in children's books that mirrored her experiences, so she decided to just go out and write her own book series about her son, and interviews with clinicians that discuss a wide variety of relevant topics. We love this podcast, and we think that you will too. So go to any of your podcasting platforms and look up T21mom.com and give it a listen. It's really fantastic. Definitely a loaded topic. Now we get to transition into our Well, That's Helpful resource, and I did it last time, so that means that Megan, you're up.
And I have a good one. It is Shared Support Maryland. I really think highly of this organization. Gail Godwin is the founder. And just a side note, she just recently received the 2023 Virtual Celebration of Excellence from the ARC of Howard County for her excellence in professional services. But Shared Support Maryland provides support through person-directed planning and organizational change to individuals with levels of all disabilities. And basically, they offer a variety of services, but the biggest one that I know about from them is support brokerage for self-directed. Gail has been kind enough to do a number of workshops for Howard County over the years to share with families, information on self-directed and to help them process what it might be like and, what the future will look like. But shared support focuses on personalized support and services. They believe that people have the right to the quality of life that they define, regardless of their disability. So they don't operate a day program. They don't have sheltered workshops or groups homes. They help individuals choose their living situations. They help their individuals choose what they'd like to do during the day. And they help with the planning and implementation, which can be difficult at times, but in the long run, people are satisfied with their lives and the support that they pay for. I think that their website is chock full of great information. And if you subscribe on their website, you can receive information about trainings and updates because they do provide a lot of trainings. I get their emails a lot, and I'm just always fascinated with, the plethora that they provide. So their website, it is www.sharedsupportmd.org.
Before we let you go, we wanted to share out our Well, That's Helpful segment with a new resource. Now, this week, we're highlighting the Maryland Department of Education's webpage around specially designed instruction and transition planning. Now, this is a webpage that offers overviews of information about the transition process. It includes information about infants and toddler programs, family support services, which includes the autism waiver, and a lot more. Now, this page is worth its weight in gold for its publications page link, which takes you to a plethora of downloadable resources that are valuable for families that live in the state of Maryland and have children with disabilities. So we think it's going to be really helpful. So you will find that link to that page in our show notes.
So before we let you go, we wanted to share out our Well, That's Helpful segment with a new resource. And this week, we're highlighting Disability Rights Maryland, which many of you may have heard of. Disability Rights Maryland, or DRM, is a nonprofit organization which is formally known as Maryland Disability Law Center. The Disability Rights Maryland is federally mandated, and it advances the civil rights of people with disabilities. They're providing free legal services to Marylanders of any age with all types of disabilities, including developmental, intellectual, psychiatric, physical, sensory, learning, traumatic brain injury. Anyone who lives in a facility in the community or who are homeless. They assist with an advocacy for a number of areas, and just to name a few, they will help with education, any nursing facilities if you have an issue with that, assistive technology, civil rights and voting rights, Medicaid issues, advocacy for Social Security beneficiaries, which I know many families have accessed them for that support, and public policy. They are a huge advocate for public policy. And I've known some of the things that they've fought for over the last couple of years, and they're just fantastic. Any Maryland resident with a disability and a legal issue within their scope of advocacy service plan, which is further outlined on their website, can contact the intake office to see if they're able to assist them. You can find out more information about the process, along with details about their programs and services, at www.disabilityrightsmd.org. And I just want to add that they've been a wonderful resource for our county in particular in the past by providing informational workshops for our families on guardianship and the alternatives to guardianship, which I know many of our families have accessed and really appreciated. They also provide live Q&A sessions on their Facebook page throughout the school year to help parents and families understand the right to education services for children with disabilities. So be sure to look for them there as well.
Follow the information from this and other conversations that we have in our show notes. Please like, follow, and share out this podcast so that other families can benefit from the information that we're pushing out there. Check out the YouTube channel. We have videos on all of our conversations, including doing some of the legwork for you by curating the videos of the topics that revolve around transition. We've created playlists that also cover guardianship, alternatives to guardianship, ABLE accounts, and there's still going to be more to come, so please subscribe over there as well. And then finally, check out our website. It is chock full of information around the transition process. You can also find our contact information there, and we recently started to post out a blog that covers aspects of the transition process. So you can go check it out at www.postsecondarytransition.com. And man, we are just covering all the bases.